Hello, everyone. Welcome into post-show headlines. I'm Andrew Salciunas. This is John Kincade, and it's a Friday, which means listeners sent in questions day, which means we get to be lazy.
And it's questions that are all about firsts.
Yes.
And yes, I did get that question asked of us, and we're not answering it on post-show
All right, hold on.
headlines.
Without answering the question, was it like, tell me about your first?
Yes.
All right,
We were
like
both
experience?
asked. Yes.
Or like
what age,
where? Okay.
What age were we? Where was it? Like details.
Wow, yeah.
I was asked.
I'm all
And
right.
by the way,
I'm all
and
right
it was
keeping that one.
Okay. And two, it was a dude that was asking,
That's fine.
which I found strange.
I don't think that's a strange.
I think it's a strange one. Yeah, I thought it was strange. I'm going to say, Brandon, I want to get to your question first because I promised Brandon I would answer this question.
Is this one of the 5 questions?
It's for you. No, it's not.
Oh,
Brandon wanted to ask this question.
okay.
You mentioned your seat. Why does Andrew always want to sit on that side? Because you made a deal the one day about that I sat in your seat.
I'm just comfortable. I'm used to look because when we do our show on the air, you're to my left.
Okay.
I'm
not a vet, and the funny thing is I'm really about order.
Yeah.
Like I'm really about order and routine. Something like this doesn't matter to me as far as seats and order and stuff like that.
I like to turn to my left when I am with you.
Okay.
That's all.
That's interesting because he wanted to know.
Question.
Brandon?
All right. Are you when you on the bed? Are you a left or right side guy, or does it not matter to you?
So I'm looking at our bed. I'm standing at the foot of the bed and I'm on the left side.
So that's me
I
now.
am always near where if an intruder came into the bedroom, they encounter me first.
Oh, well,
Because that way
I can be a bad husband.
I can get to the gun.
My wife prefers sleeping on the right side, as did I when I was younger.
Okay.
I gave her the go ahead, you can have the right side, so I have the left side.
Well, I'm on the so you're looking at your bed, you're on the left side, right?
Yes.
That's where I'm on. That's where you should. But the door to your room.
No, my door is the
doors. You see,
the door's at the foot of the bed, not the foot of the. But
see,
like,
our door to the bedroom's here. You
Okay.
walk in. When you encounter me first, I'm on the left side of the bed, and then she's on the right.
right. So when I'm glad I know this information, so that when I come in to
No, I'll have
rob
shot
your
you.
house,
I'll have shot you as soon as the alarm goes off. I've already got.
No, your 5-pound dog will.
I
take
could
me
do
out
it in.
first.
I could do it in. I know that I could do it in. But my wife can get to the gun in 2 seconds less than I can.
Let's get to the questions.
All right, here they are. They're all about firsts. The first question.
First time you killed a man.
Danielle.
Hello,
asked
Danielle.
a question. Danielle is
Now, if you asked us about sex, John would have been okay with it.
Well, she has that sort of question. Danielle's a second grade teacher.
Okay.
And so she has the summer off, and she now can leisurely make her breakfast and put us up on YouTube on the TV as she cooks.
Love that.
Danielle will be married next year, by the way, and she wanted to say hello to Tony.
Tony
listens on his ride to work. Danielle now has her summer.
Oh, nice.
She
Well,
is
congratulations to both of you on the
there you
engagement.
go.
That's great.
They both listen. Our first little girl crush that we had, what was her name in school? Because this year,
oh my God,
her second grade class, it was full of romance, full of little romances where this kid was going to marry this kid, and she doesn't remember it from second grade. Tony remembered the girl's name.
Yeah.
The one is, mine was in first grade.
I had a crush. Grade-wise, I don't remember. It may have been first grade or second grade. It was Nicole Dirbano. We have talked about this. I'm still friends with her today.
First one.
Yeah, she was the first person
What
that I
age?
remember. Probably first grade.
First grade.
Yeah, I remember I drew a picture for her and I gave it to her.
So yours was about drawing.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
I gave her a drawing. But yeah, she and I are friends to
And you're
this
still
day.
friends today.
Yeah.
Mine was Beth Ann Burbage, and we were doing art in class.
Okay.
And the teacher turned around and sister turned around, and I'm missing from my desk. And then she looks, and I'm sitting with Beth Ann Burbage. We had bench seats.
Yeah.
I'm sitting with Beth Ann Burbage.
Hell
And
yeah,
she goes,
man, you're shooting
John,
a shot.
what are you doing? I go, I wanted to color with her.
Yeah.
I had picked up my coloring and went and colored with her.
Hell
She
yeah.
goes, well, you got to go back to your seat and color. Well, the crazy thing is, Beth Ann ended up going to the prom with one of my best friends.
Oh, no way,
She
really?
went to her prom all those years later with
That's
one of my
awesome.
best friends.
Yeah.
And her brother is an archbishop in the Catholic Church.
How about that?
How about that? So
That's
good
really
family.
funny.
All right, so there you
Shout
go.
out to you,
Danielle.
Nicole.
And Danielle, and congratulations. Traxter on X. Traxter is a DJ.
What's up, Traxter?
Traxter. First celebrity woman who caught your eye that you remember as a young guy. Young boy, young guy. I know who mine is. Julie Newmar, who played Catwoman on Batman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen photos.
The Catwoman on Batman, let's just say I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But there was something about Catwoman in that leather suit that just...
You liked it.
Caught my... Yeah. Catwoman was... caught my attention. Absolutely Catwoman.
So, did you ever see the movie Summer Catch?
Summer Catch. Is that the one with Matthew Broderick or something?
Yes.
Oh, God, that's a terrible movie.
It's a horrible movie.
It's a horrible movie.
No, not Matthew Broderick.
Oh, it's not. No,
you're
Broderick.
thinking of the when he played the monkey was.
Yeah. I'm thinking that one.
Is it called Ed?
Eddie? No,
something like that.
No, that's a different one.
He was there was a pet monkey on the baseball team. No, it was Freddie Prinze Jr.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
And I actually loved the movie because he played. Right. It was in the Cape Cod League.
Okay.
Do you remember Jessica Biel in that movie?
No. See, you got a different generation, so I'm thinking Jessica Biel and going, wow.
All right, so 2001 was when the movie came out. There's the pool scene.
Okay, I can understand why. Phoebe Cates.
So when I was 8 years old, there was also a scene, I don't know why I liked it so much. She was mowing the lawn, and it's just...
You remember? Yeah.
She was beautiful.
No, I understand why.
So Jessica Biel... But I will also say I had an affection for Emma Watson, who played Hermione Granger in Harry Potter.
Okay.
Because that was my age.
That was your age group.
And she, I don't know, I imagine she's probably 2 years older than me.
For me, Valerie Bertinelli.
Emma Watson's
back
35.
when she was on One Day at a Time. Emma Watson, so she was just a little older.
Yeah, so when she, in the third or fourth movie when she's becoming a woman.
Right.
Because they were supposed to be like 10, but they were like 16.
So did Harry and her hook up and stuff?
No.
He doesn't use his wizardry on her?
No, she hooks up with Ron. Come on,
I don't watch that.
However, J.K. Rowling has said she does wish she had Harry and Hermione.
Oh, there you
go. She does have writer's remorse.
There you go. Arlo. What a great these people.
Name.
These people have better names than John.
That's a great name. John. Yeah, John's a boring name.
It's a boring name. Arlo on Instagram. The first thing in your life that you became obsessed with. Now he was thinking of Cooper. Young Cooper, you said likes to play with things, and you've told stories about that.
Fire trucks, helicopters.
I had my cars.
Yeah.
My little Matchbox cars, even though my mom bought Johnny Lightnings.
Okay.
They were the knockoff Matchbox.
Yeah.
And I had a vinyl bag with little slots in it that I'd carry my cars in. And my parents knew if John had his vinyl bag with the cars in it.
He was good.
Oh, I was good. And you could literally say, go play with your cars.
Yeah.
John was well behaved and playing with his cars.
So I'm not trying to sound cliche, but like sports, period, and baseball.
When you were little,
I told you the story. My mom said the beauty of me doing ESPN shifts nowadays. When I was 3 years old, I went down the stairs one morning and said, "Can you please put on ESPN?" And my mom's like, "What is that?" She thinks that's a new cartoon or something, but it was ESPN. But other than sports, trains. I was a big train guy, and Thomas the Tank Engine was that was my guy. And for whatever reason, maybe because I'm 30 going on 60, I was like 5 going on 30, and whatever the math is, I kept all my stuff. And
you have a train set?
Coop's playing with it now.
No, but I mean, do you have a train set? Like a Christmas one that people put out?
Oh, no, not one of those.
Did you ever get one for Coop and you guys play
Actually,
with?
you know what? We do have one, but it was a hand-me-down, which is fine.
You should play with that. You should get that out.
I should.
At the holidays, a lot of people
we did it around the tree a couple of years ago.
So you did?
But I still
Coop would have been too young to even realize.
Yeah, he stared at it though a lot. Trust me.
Get it out.
But Thomas was my go-to thing, and I still have all my Thomas trains. And
wow.
Coop now plays with them.
I remember the song. Bum, 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 bum. It would have freaked me out. The face of Thomas would have freaked me out.
Right. Okay. He's nice.
All right, Nathan on X.
Hello, Nathan.
First non-family person that you remember saying, "One day I want to be like them." Non-family person, I know who it was for me. It was Chris Berman.
Can Sammy Sosa be my answer?
Sure.
Like, I wanted to play baseball.
So Sammy Sosa was it?
Yeah, I had a poster of Sammy and I had a poster of Barry Bonds in my bedroom.
And you wanted to be Sammy Sosa. And you know what's funny is later in life, Sammy Sosa's, look at his skin now, he wants to be Andrew Salciunas. Looks more like me. It's amazing what he's done. He's really pale. Amazing.
I'm trying to think like non-athlete.
Mine is Chris Berman.
Obsessed with sports.
I wanted to be a SportsCenter anchor, wanted to be Chris Berman. And I would watch that loop. You're too young. They used to play the morning SportsCenter over and over and over and over because they didn't have programs.
Right, kind of like Sports Rise now with NBC Sports Philadelphia.
They would play it from 6 a.m. to midnight to noon, the morning SportsCenter.
Before they start going to whatever shows, And
it used to have a song that wasn't the da-da-da-da-da. It was a great song.
So I more athletes than because I was obsessed with sports. Still am, but
there you go. All right, Santos, another great name. First impression when you finally got to meet each other, and when was it? When we when we met each other for the first time, when was it, and what was our first impression of each other?
Better than what I thought, because you tried getting me fired on Twitter once, but I've never told you that story before.
What the hell? What the hell is this? I can hear this. Go on.
So years ago.
Okay.
I've never told you this.
No.
I should save this for the air.
No, you should.
You asked for me to be removed from the air.
Why?
Because it was an August show. I was doing a weekend show, and I had a side topic for FanFest tickets, because this was when
FanFest
we were giving away.
So you're fighting over
tickets.
The FanFest tickets.
And I did something about your favorite athlete to play with on a video game or something like that, like Bo Jackson and what's Tecmo Bowl and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And somebody, I forget the guy's name, quote tweeted it. It was like, I'm driving through Philly right now and somebody's talking about video games, blah, blah. And you quote tweeted that saying,
I'm going, here it is.
This person should be removed from the air.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like I didn't like your opinion on it. Okay, so I'm doing the take the Mount Rushmore off, okay. This
guy wanted me off the air. Well, he didn't even know who I was.
Well, I would have said you could have gotten better content. See if Scott Masteller would have liked that content.
I know. But anyways, when I met you, it was great. And one of the things that John did that was really cool, you took, like, I don't know how many people out to lunch. I hope the company helped pay for it.
They didn't.
You took a lot of people out to lunch.
That was my Beasley best.
And you and I went to that pub right near your apartment. It was freaking awesome, by the way.
Yes, it is great.
So that was really cool. And that was not, we weren't doing the show.
No.
I was doing middays with Ant, and you were doing mornings with Bob and Pat and Jamie, and you just took people out. I appreciate that.
Well, I was trying to meet people.
Yeah.
You don't get to know people a little bit.
And not trying to fire me.
My first impression of Andrew was old soul.
Which that's staying still true today.
I remember because my wife will remember me telling her about, well, who's this guy? Who's this person? And I remember saying to my wife, okay, this guy's an old soul.
Yeah.
He's very much an old soul. Like I think we'll get along. He's very much like an old soul. And that was the first impression of Andrews. And you've lived up to it.
After you tried getting me fired.
He is an old soul. I said, oh my God. But first off, I'm going, there ain't any way. So I couldn't wait to hear that story. That's unbelievable. But by the way, if you're doing Mount Rushmore shows and everything, yeah.
But it wasn't Mount Rushmore. It was one answer. It was one answer.
So you were doing one of those?
Yeah.
Like, tell me your favorite what's your favorite pizza topping?
Mert came to my defense.
What's your favorite pizza topping?
Mert came to my defense.
Yeah, well, Mert would have done.
And he went after you.
Yeah, he was.
That's me and Jason Martinez, you know. Mm-hmm. He's in my corner.
Yeah, Mert's going to be in real trouble next Friday. He's got to work with me on the mic. Hey, have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend. Like, subscribe. Hey, I benched him a couple of times. I pulled him from games when he was winning.
As you should have.
Have a great weekend.
See you guys.
Everybody. See you.
Hey guys, Andrew Salciunas from Kincade and Salciunas. Thank you for checking out all of our stuff on YouTube. Make sure you click, like, subscribe on everything that you see. And of course, you can see everything from our YouTube feed. Full shows, interviews, when John's being an idiot, which is like 15 times a day. So make sure you check out all of our stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it.